Dean, probably not a classic. What did you make of that one this afternoon?
Yeah, it was a strange game. They just sat 11 people behind the ball, and it difficult to break down. But they had no real intention of trying to press us or trying to get in our half. So it was a bit of attack versus defence, and made it a little bit harder than it should have been by conceding. But after that, we probed, but just couldn't quite get that final ball.
I was impressed in particular by the reaction, I think, from the early goal. We've seen previously this season that it's sort of got you a little bit unstuck those first 5 minutes after conceding, but I think straight away there was that impetus again to go after the equaliser.
Yeah, I think those early goals are sort of in the past sort of put us off our stride a little bit, but I think we started the game reasonably well. I think it was probably their first time they got in our half, and we responded well, and the goal just settled your nerves a little bit, and sort of the game carried on with its pattern as it was before, really. So it was good to strike back, and it was a decent goal, to be fair.
From there, though, it just felt like it got a bit sticky in midfield, and nothing really could sort of develop from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. They put 11 men in their half, and not much intention really of trying to press us high or to really press the ball, really. So it's difficult to get through those blocks. They're well organised, they're well coached. They knew what they were doing, and it's not easy to get through that defensive block when the team's been set up to play that way.
You're obviously playing in front of a new goalkeeper in Andrew Fisher, and we've not really seen him have to make an awful lot of saves in the last couple of games, but he's made 2 terrific stops this afternoon. Yeah,
it was two decent saves. 5 headers that we should have probably done better with in terms of marking, but as I said, 2 decent saves, and he did what he had to do pretty well.
How is it playing in front of him? Is he seemingly fit in pretty well?
Yeah, he's good. He talks early, and he's keen to come off his line, and that always helps the defence when we're trying to play high. And he's fitted in well. We knew him from being here last season, obviously, so we're not quite as new as maybe it seems. Obviously, we had 6 months of him in training last season, so he fits into the group well. And between the 3 goalkeepers, it's good competition, and he's just got the shirt at the moment.
Looks like you were the only team looking to try and win it in those last 15 minutes, though. It just a lot of huff and puff, and it just never quite got there in the end.
Yeah, we got into the final third quite easily, and then just couldn't find that pass. We was a little bit too eager sometimes to put it in, and then sometimes a little bit too slow to, and we just couldn't quite unpick them. But it was pleasing that if anyone was going to win it, it was going to be us, and that's the way we want to be. Like in the last minutes of the game, we want to be us that's still dominating, and in time, we'll get better at trying to find those passes to unlock teams. But I think we look the fittest and the strongest team, and we're still trying to get it in the last. So it was pleasing to see that.
Are you happy with the point at the full-time whistle?
No, not really. Come off feeling disappointed. Really, it was the game we feel like we should have won, and it's disappointing. A month ago we'd have probably lost it. So in terms of that, I suppose it's a step forward in terms of coming from behind and getting something from the game at the very least. But we feel like we should have done a little bit better.
Now, we always say that these games are sort of felt more by the fans, aren't they? Particularly the games with the club's rivals, and it felt like without the supporters here today, there was a little bit of less of an edge to it.
Yeah, I think it's difficult. The fans, obviously, between the 2 clubs, is obviously that rivalry, and in terms of players, I don't think probably any of them were even alive when the split happened, or it's not really their battle, that they've not really been involved in it, and so without that influence of the fans and intensity that you get on these games, it becomes just 2 teams playing, and I felt it was a competitive game, and played in a good spirit, and there was no silly tackles or any of that kind of nonsense. So it was a good fair game, and probably just lacked that little bit of bite that you'd get between us normally.
And of course, there's another little bit of a rivalry with Northampton coming up on Tuesday. That's a great way to maybe turn around the away day blues by going there to another team that's in and around you in the table so far.
Yeah, we need to. They've been relatively strong at home this year. We need to sort of transfer that to an away game. Northampton's obviously a great opportunity. As you said, it's a shame it's another derby game that there will be no fans at. So that's a shame, but it's a good opportunity for us to go there and look to get a result.
Thanks, Dean.